Justin Herbert is a quarterback that I've defended for a long time. Even after the Jacksonville collapse, I couldn't put it in my heart to blame him for the defense choking a 27-3 lead. Last year against the Texans, I honestly think that two of those interceptions at least weren't his fault. And he's got a cannon for an arm. And in the regular decision, he's honestly a really clutch guy. We saw him deliver some drives against the Chiefs earlier in the season. The Broncos, obviously, when they were down 10. Even the Dolphins, which, granted, were the best team in the league, but he was still able to go down with confidence and poise and lead the Chargers to wins. But when I was looking at the film, Herbert becomes a completely different player. And it's almost like he's not confident in the abilities that he's clearly shown that he possesses. And I want to kind of go through those in this video. Now, the very next play, I honestly just don't understand. Now, the Patriots understand the situation. They've got four DBs drop back deep, all along this little line. Um, and the two linebackers who drop back, and even there, you just saw them stepping back a teeny little bit, which is indicating that they are clear as day in zone coverage. They understand that the Chargers need a big play on third and long, but what they fail to do is cover the seam. And now you see Lad McConkey streaking all the way up here. Watch that back again. Just gonna go all the way up there. And now, honestly, I mean, McConkey is so wide open. Um, Marcus Jones, he's been moving back towards the sideline. I'll rewind that. Look, he's facing towards the sideline. That's Craig Woodson down here. He doesn't have a shot of making that back towards the ball if Herbert leads him on the inside shoulder, which he should have. These linebackers, once again, if they're led, or sorry, safeties, they're not making that play. But instead, what Herbert decides to do is check it down to Gadsden, which granted, he's got plenty of separation, and Carlton Davis is the nearest defender to him, and that's at least 10 yards away. But if Herbert were to lead McConkey, who's got a clear shot to the end zone, that sets a completely different tone for this game. But for whatever reason, he chooses not to.
Moving into the fourth quarter, the Chargers just need chunk plays now. And this is going to be a play where the Patriots are going to roll into cover three, bringing down Craig Woodson to blitz and dropping Charles Woods back along with Jalen Hawkins into said cover three look. Let's take a look at that. And that's going to change the pre-snap lookup for Herbert, but it does leave this big hole open in the middle, and that's what Herbert really should be attacking. And he has Ladd McConkey on a corner post route where he's supposed to kind of just settle down into that big space there. And I think obviously he's a slot receiver. He's going to be faster than Robert Spillane, and I honestly think Herbert should have gotten this ball out anywhere in there to try to fit this ball in because the corner is way over here and Johnson hasn't brought him in yet. So I think if that ball is out a little bit sooner, he's got a completion 30 yards downfield to Vlad McConkey, but instead he panics, tries to check it down to Keenan Allen and gets something from it.
Okay, here you've got another fourth down. Okay, here you've got another fourth quarter drive that Herbert needs to lead in order to give them any chance in this game. Still down 16-3, and really big plays are the only thing you can be going for. On this concept, you're going to have McConkey on a deep crossers route, and it's going to look like Johnson's kind of crossing as well, but instead he's just going to settle down in space. Now, McConkey does a pretty good job of taking these defenders away. Obviously, they're backing up because they're trying to prevent these big plays. And Herbert's got a pretty clean pocket, so he's got plenty of time to anticipate that McConkey is going to probably get open down here. Instead, what he decides to do is check it down to Johnston. And granted, I understand not wanting to try to force a ball over here when, you shouldn't be putting the ball at risk, but you need to be attacking the sideline in this situation. So I don't really understand the decision behind that, but it's not the worst one that he made on this in this specific game.